All right. Here at the Sheraton Hotel. I like the Sheratons typically. They're starting to get a little more rundown than they used to be. When I stayed up before in Chicago, it was really nice. This one isn't as quite as nice, but it seems to be fine. Now hop in the car here. Head on over to Rivers. Gumble, gumble, gumble. So I can make some money playing some poker. Apparently this is it. Looks like it's it. Guess I'll find out. Alright, this is it. Looks like a tiny little area. Not really much of a casino. Now over here's the poker room. We're gonna see what this looks like. Looks like we got a tournament going on. Oh no, it's a high hand promotion. And here it is. Alright. Okay, so this is the downstairs. So I guess this is bigger than what I initially thought. I'm gonna find the restaurant, grab something to eat real quick. Scan of the room here. So I'm on Uber Tilt, so I had to get up a minute. It was kind of just grinding it out. Not a lot of action in the No Limit Hold'em, honestly. Just tight. It's 2-5 table. Just really, you could grind for $50 an hour if you're lucky. There just was no action really at that table. So I ended up going to PLO, and I had ace deuce with hearts, and ended up hitting a big hand where the guy bet on the river, but I was getting like 4-1 on the river. I knew he had me beat, but getting that price, I can't fold, and I hit the heart. And that pot alone was like $1,800. It only started with 400, and then I went up from there, and I got up to like 2,500 or something. I'm doing really well, feeling good. And then I had a hand where a guy raised and under the gun. I called, and on the button, a couple other callers in there. Flop come King 7 Deuce, like with two hearts. So I have top set. I have King. I don't remember, King Queen something. So anyway, I ended up potting the flop for like 90. He calls. Pot's now like 270 or something. I think there was another caller in there too. I think there's 2 other callers in there. It was a bloated pot because on the turn was an 8 of diamonds, running backdoor diamonds. Wasn't worried about anything, honestly. So he checked, and I potted. I remember the pot size was like $650, and he didn't like it. And he was like, "Oh, I don't know what to do," and blah blah blah. So he jammed, which, by the way, is about the worst thing you can do because you're only getting called by better. If my range is way ahead of yours, which I could easily have top set or something, the jam just is lighting more money on fire. If you feel you have the right odds or something, go ahead and call. But the jam is just stupid, in my opinion. So he jammed, and I called. The pot is like $2,500, and he had King 7, like 4 deuce or some shit. He was an under the gun raiser, by the way, which I don't understand. No, he had King Jack 7 5 or something. Jack high diamonds. So he had flop 2 pair, top 2. He turned a diamond draw. So I have him crushed. I have him in really bad shape. And a fucking diamond comes on the river. And they don't allow you to run it twice here, which I don't care for. So that crippled me. And then I moved tables, and then I just been running bad. And I was like, man, I'm on tilt. And then there's an annoying black guy next to me. He's annoying as hell. He's like, well, you shouldn't whine, and some people whine and all this. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You be whining too, I said, if you lost $2,000 in the last hour, and we all whine. I've always believed in that. All poker players whine at some point. When I hear someone whining, I don't say anything because we all do it. So let them whine. Who are you to fucking comment to somebody that you don't like them whining? Everyone whines at a poker table sometime when they get a bad beat or been running bad. So you just let people whine, and the worst thing you can do is open your mouth. When I'm not even talking to the guy. So anyway, so he's annoying as hell. So now I'm at Uber Tilt. So I had to get up for a minute and refocus. I don't know. I called with the straight with flush draw on a paired board. I shouldn't even do that. Playing a little too loose, I think. And bluffed when the straight came in on the river, and the guy snap called me. He checked, but he then just check called because it was a paired board. But it was apparent nobody had anything. Kind of a tell he said he's like, oh, apparently no one wants it. I should have picked that up because he had probably hit the straight. I should have just checked it through. I had another bad hand where that annoying guy, I had top pair and a flush draw, the back row flush draw. I decided to check because it's not like king high flush draw. The river hit I hit my flush, second nut flush, and check, and I'm next to act, so I bet it, two folds behind me, and he check raises me big, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ. I made it like 35 or something, and he made it 150, and I'm thinking, would he really check the nut flush, and everyone checks all the way through? I thought maybe he was making a play with like the ace of hearts. So, but I don't know. I'm probably giving him way too much credit. I should know he's not bluffing too. And I thought about this at the time, but something to consider is the guy bought in for fucking $100. When someone buys in for that little, they're not a good player. And bad players don't bluff. So that alone right there should have told me I got it's a fold. And I called, and he showed me the nut flush. So I take a break. Hopefully things go better here. So it's after 11 o'clock. Definitely put in a lot of hours. Ended up going broke. Bought it for 300. Ran it up to 800. And I'm leaving. It's after 11 o'clock. So I made $100, but it's a little, I guess it's better than losing. But boy, I tell you what, I was so, like I said, I was up 1,500. And if I just held on with that one hand, I might have made like $3-4 grand tonight. But I had that one hand, and just things went south, and well, crazy session. Went way up and then ended up losing. I will say the hold'em was pretty tight. The kind of standard grinding 2-5. I mean, you'll make some, but the PLO you can definitely make better at. And it's a pretty soft PLO game, honestly. So if if you're a good decent player at PLO, I recommend playing the PLO. It was the 1-2-5 game I played. They have a bigger 5-5 game. However, I did not play that. I hear that's crazy. Jeez, oh please, fucking elevators. Give me half a second to get in. So, and I hear it's like a lot of, someone said it was a lot of people going crazy pre, which I'm not a fan of those games. So that's it for today.